Hello, welcome to you all to this Jnanvahin channel. In this episode, I wish to present the news relating to internationalization of higher education during 1st to 31st May 2023. In all, four major developments have been identified under the internationalization of higher education. One, IIM Sirmaur to launch MBA program with French universities. 2. Overseas students barred from bringing families to UK. 3. Women applicants for foreign education go from trickle to tide. And finally, G20 to discuss norms for startups at June meet. The first one is IIM Sirmaur to launch MBA program with French universities. Making forays into international collaboration, Indian Institute of Management, Sirmaur, Himachal Pradesh, will soon launch 2 dual degree MBA programs for working executives with 2 government-funded universities from France, one University of Bordeaux, 2 University of Paris. The 2 new executive MBA programs are 1 General Management, 2 Digital Transformation and Analytics. They will be offered from the forthcoming academic session, and the Executive MBA in Business Management is an MBA in General Management spread over 2 years and 4 terms. The third and the fourth term shall comprise a bouquet of electives, and all these courses shall be taught by the eminent faculty members of IIM Sirmaur and the partnering French university. The Executive MBA in Digital Transformation and Analytics aims to transform middle and senior executives for leadership roles in the corporate world. On new international collaboration, the IIM Sirmaur is in dialogue with the University of Bordeaux for full-time tourism management programs. And more dual and joint degree programs are being worked out by IIM Sirmaur with international B schools from the US and Australia. The second development is overseas students barred from bringing families to UK. The UK government very recently announced a package of measures aimed at international students, including a ban on some family members. Under the new proposals, only students on postgraduate courses designated as research programs will be able to bring dependents to the UK while they study. And overseas students will be prevented from switching out of the student route into work routes before their studies have been completed. There will also be improved and more enforcement activity and a clamp down on unscrupulous agents using education as a cover for immigration. It is worth recalling here that the uncontrolled immigration from the European Union was one of the Brexit referendum in 2016, which saw the UK leave the bloc. The next one is women applications for foreign education go from trickle to tide. Indian women are going places queuing up in droves to pursue higher education in foreign destinations such as the US, UK and other parts of Europe. There has been a 100 to 150% increase in the number of women applicants to study abroad in 2022. And the male-female student ratio among applicants seeking admission abroad improved to 50-50 in metros, whereas in tier 2 and 3 towns, this ratio improved to 55 to 45 from 80 to 20. This comes at a time when companies globally are making a conscious effort to improve participation of women in their workforce, and a greater number of dedicated scholarships and funding opportunities are available for women. Other contributing factors include a shift in the mindset, greater affordability, and enhanced diversity pushed by education loan providers. This development of women applicants for foreign education go from trickle to tide is a welcome sign. The last one is G20 to discuss norms for startups at June meet. G20 members countries will aim to arrive at a common framework to define startups. The contours of the framework would come up for discussion in June in Goa during the meeting of the Startup 20 engagement group. There are about 8,50,000 startups across the G20 countries, out of which over 98,000 recognized startups are in India. There are about 1,600 unicorns in these countries, of which about 108 are in India. It is very important to note that there is no common definition of a startup across these nations, which is required for a global startup ecosystem to work together and become interoperable. There are many other financial issues like taxation of startups, which is a very major issue across the world. To summarize the developments relating to internationalization of higher education: 1. Making forays into international collaboration. IIM Sirmaur, Himachal Pradesh will soon launch 2 dual degree MBA programs for working executives with government funded universities from France, that is University of Bordeaux and University of Paris. 2. The UK government announced a package of measures aimed at international students, including a ban on some family members. 3. Indian women are going places, queuing up in droves to pursue higher education in foreign destinations such as the US, UK and other parts of Europe. And finally, G20 member countries will aim to arrive at a common framework to define the startups during the next month. Thank you for listening to this presentation.